Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is Bulleit Bourbon Rye. This is a 95% rye coming out of Indiana. This is one of the MGP ryes. The most common blend that they do is the 95.5. 45% ABV, no age statement on this. And there's nothing wrong with MGP rye. It's from my home state. Not going to criticize it. And, you know, they're pretty upfront, honest about that. It's on the label on the back and everything. So, this was actually my very first introduction to rye. And MGP rye is the most common rye notes that we get. When most people taste rye, they expect something similar to this, unless it's some kind of outlier or craft related, because that's what we're used to. So yeah, we're going to be trying this two different ways. First way is neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add a few drops of water, see what changes up. This is a half bottle because I wasn't 100% sure how much I liked rye. So I was able to find a 375 versus the full 750. Kind of happy I did. Actually, since I've tasted this one, I've actually had the Rabbit Hole rye. When that goes live, it'll be above. Rabbit Hole does. I really love their rye. So I'm interested to go back to this to see how I feel about it. Beautiful light color. Obviously not a super aged whiskey there. I'm going to probably guess 2-3 years for it. Not going to be super long though. You get this sweet, herbal, medicinal. My brain instantly wants an old fashioned now. I'm like, oh, this is an old fashioned. It's got some spice in that, like clove. But you get like a sweet honeysuckle note, very floral. That bit of vanilla in there. Very low ABV on the nose. But that medicinal rye note. And if you've had any rye, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just got this medicinal herbal quality to it. Very herbal. And it's just well-rounded in those notes for it. Yeah. Let's go for taste. Woo! Still just as punchy as I remember. But it's actually enjoyable now. ABV 100% shows up on the taste for me. But this herbal quality to it. A little bit green grassy notes. Very medicinal. And again, my brain keeps thinking I'm drinking an old fashioned right now. Without some of those other flavors. But very much, this is rye that we tend to know it. Very nice on the palate, but that alcohol note is very punchy on the taste buds. But that herbal quality to it, again, almost, you just get this earthiness to it. That herbalness, I'm getting that honeysuckle on the flavor palate as well. Very light, floral, not really a fruity note, but just a sweetness to it. A little bit of oak in there, not a bunch. Getting a little more oak on my next tastes here. A little stronger. That vanilla still showing up. Just got a little spice in there. A little peppery. But that clove is showing up, very herbal. Again, I'm tasting like a honeysuckle note in there. That little bit of honey sweetness. Again, my brain just keeps going old fashioned. It's not bad. Definitely, this is rye at its core that we know it as. It's not bad. Definitely that first sip was, it punched me a little hard there. Woo! Let's go ahead and add a little bit of water. See what changes up. There we go. the medicinal quality dialed back. Now it's just more floral, herbal. Almost like an herb tea. That vanilla sweetness is still there. Very low ABV on the nose. Very low oak on the nose. But that herbal quality is still there. Let's go for taste. Honey sweetness through and through. Tons of honey sweetness. The medicinal fact on this has dialed itself back a good amount. But that herbal quality is still there. I'm getting more vanilla sweetness now versus that honey sweetness. The honey is still there. But the herbal note is definitely dominating here. Beautiful, beautiful light flavors on that. Actually, with a little bit of water, that is very approachable. So a little bit on the ABV on that. But the other flavors are really stinking good. That peppery note that you get in here is lovely. Decent finish here. Kind of left with that peppery note kind of all around. A little bit of oak. A little bit of sweetness in there. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. I like that better with a little bit of water. Yeah, okay. Well, let's talk about market price. As we all know, market price is market price. I picked up a half bottle for $14. In my area, I can usually find the full bottles for about $28, $29 to $30, right around there. I've seen it sometimes go as high as, almost mid-30s, and sometimes as low as like 27, 28, but it kind of stays right in that wheelhouse for the most part. Flaviar.com, I think it had it for $28.99 for a full bottle. This is one of those situations, if you're not sure if you're going to like something and they offer a half bottle, it's worth it in that case. That way you don't end up buying a full bottle and regretting it or anything like that. At $14 for a half bottle, I was willing to take a risk and try my first rye out. And now that I've tried a couple others and coming back to this, I see where a lot of the reference points that other companies are going with. This is rye at its core, and there's nothing wrong with it coming from MGP. It's good. Will it be a daily drinker for me or one that I keep going back to? Probably not. I personally, again, like Rabbit Hole's rye. I think they did a fantastic job on that one. But to each his own. So there you have it. Bulleit Bourbon Rye. If you have any questions about it, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific bottles you would like me to review and try, let me know down in the comment section below as well. I'm always on the hunt for something fun and different and just tasty. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
I even like it might